Yo, all right. Just want to make sure this is on. We live. CMO's in the building. Hey, the one and only. This is your chance to see what it's about. I'm doing it live from YouTube and the YouTube land. I'll be sharing some exciting things with you all. Giving you an opportunity to get a gander about what we really are doing here in the CMO world. First time getting a video about it, and I'm really excited for you all in 2025. What I'm about to show you is the first time we ever showed anybody anything about what we're doing. So you get the chance to see this live, and I get to walk you through this as the developer, as the owner, as the operator, the creator of this thing. I'm giving it all for free. Every bit of it. Everything that you see now is ready to be for free. So you hold on your horses. Let me see if I can share a screen or something like that. And then let's see if we can get down with the screen share. We try to do this the right way so that people can see it and they'll be able to grab what they need, get in the comments, say something. Maybe you'll see this video later, and you'll be able to contact me or contact someone on this team about how do I get a part of this dynamic team of individuals trying to help everyone get everything they can this year in 2025. This is your ability. This is up to you. We can only show you the water. We can dunk you in the water. You know what I'm saying? But it's up to you if you want to drink it. And it's a big pot. So as we that's my favorite theme music right there. Just letting you know, the artist Montaner was able to bless me with that music. So anyway, you'll hear that every time that you get ready to hear from me, you hear that particular sound because that is my theme music for me, CMO. Contract me out. For those who never seen this before, never heard this before, I'm gonna give you a little background about what it is and how we got here today, and why is it relevant to you. If you're in here, you're here for a reason. You're not here because somebody just rolled up on the screen and didn't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? You've seen this video, and the title might have get you, or something theatrics, whatever that is. It was ordained to come here. God sent you here to see what I got going on. And one of the things that I got going on personally, I'm getting my screen together. So one thing I got going on for this year is to see how many families can I change, how many lives can be changed with this platform that we built for you. Some people are saying, I don't do this kind of work, but it's for you. If you desire to have something change in your life, you got to be able to change something. You can't do the same thing. You did the same thing in 24 and you did in 20, you're going to get the same thing, yo. So I'm trying to tell people how to get something different. Think about it differently. Think about how you, as a person, how you want to change your life. How would you like this to affect you? How would you like this outcome? Because this is just because I'm talking directly to you, I might be talking directly to you, but indirectly to somebody it might be just that simple. And the information that I'm about to show you gives you the opportunity to see this live. And like I said, I haven't shown this to no one. I haven't given nobody the opportunity to do anything with this yet, because I have been working diligently on this. And this is going to be a series of videos that come out talking about this particular issue that I found that there's a niche for. There's a reason why I got into this portion of the deal, meaning that I want to help as many people as I can, because this actually changed my life. It changed me and my direct, immediate family event. I was doing pretty good, and I'm going to give you a little bit of history about myself and let you know who I am and where I came from, and why I'm here talking to you today. Primarily, Let me introduce myself. My name is Mike Simmons. I am the leader. I am the owner, the operator. The I am all these things, but more or less, I'm just telling you, I'm just a regular dude. I'm a regular dude by meaning that I'm married. I've been married for like 27 something years, something like that. And I say something like that because you don't want to get the dates wrong. You're like, hey, I've been married. I've been married for a long time. And with that being said, is that it don't seem that long. It's like a whirlwind, boom, bam, out, right? But one of the things that I've done in this marriage, we created some fabulous kids. We got 5 kids. We got one girl at the top, and we got 4 boys right after that. And those boys and those girls, they're doing a dynamic job, man. And every one of these kids of mine has, you know, has taken a little chip off their dad, take a little chip off their mom, and they become something great. You know what I'm saying? And they help me formulate what I'm doing now because of their input or whether they're working with me. As you can see, I got some crazy looking hair. I'm like trying to do this thing, man, and I'm really trying to present a product to you all. Like I said, it's going to change your life if you allow the process to happen. All right. So, me being from South Carolina, the origins come from South Carolina, Charleston, right? Charleston, South Carolina. Some people say I don't sound like a Charlestonian. Uh, you know, I have my, I guess, it just depends on who I'm talking to, when I'm talking to them. But I am from Charleston, South Carolina. I'm born and raised there, man. My majority of my family still resides there. I met my wife back in when I was in the Marine Corps. So I did do a little stint to the United States Marine Corps. Hoorah for those who jumped on the yellow footprints with me. Where I did a stint out there where I that was the one single decision that changed the trajectory of my life, right? Meaning that I was able to leave from the home front and was able to do all these things and gather some tool sets, and that would ever change my life, man. But while I was in there, after all these kids and coaching and all these things I've done all my life, one thing I did was I was always into technology, and technology has been the forefront of my income from day one to hell today. What I do as far as uh, technology, and I mean, I was an engineer, system admin. Then I went to an engineer degree and all this other stuff, and I did well with those things, and I enjoyed them to the maximum because I'm just built like that. I love that type of work, and when I say engineering, I mean down into the numbers. Numbers meaning, uh, you know, I love making things work. I love things that everything has an equation, everything has an answer in some shape form. And I created a couple of things throughout my journey, and I'll talk about those things later in a couple of videos later. But I want you to understand what this is about. um, I got into this deal where I was talking to one of my favorite people on the planet, my Uncle B. And my Uncle B was doing this dispatching stuff for his company. I didn't understand the transportation world at all because this is all was all new to me. I always thought about going to work, and although I had these businesses on the side, I never thought about the transportation industry, the industry that that allows someone to see all these things and don't know where they come from. They just magically appear. You know what I'm saying? It's like you would also think that that all of your things are built somewhere in that city. It's not true. Amazon proved that. Amazon say, hey, I can ship it anywhere, anytime, right? They've proven the fact that, hey, transportation is here. Everything you look at, everything that's on the wall, the paint, headphones, shirts, all these things got shipped from somewhere. So transportation is a mandatory because nobody's walking, right? These things are getting delivered by boat, train, trucks, box trucks, sprinter vans, cars, all these things. And my part was my uncle, he was doing a hot shot service, expedited freight. If you would, you ask him, he's like, expedited, you got to be, yeah, you got to be there. And I learned a lot from the guy. And I found that to me, that was a avenue, a lane that was available. It was available to to the masses. You know what I'm saying? You can do whatever. You can come from whatever background. You can jump. You know, you can go start something and boom, because it's America. And my uncle got this thing and told me, hey, what you try this, Mike? So hey, I trusted him. I said, hey, let me do this. Let me try this, and it made phenomenal money for somebody who's already making phenomenal money. So I'm not saying, what I'm saying is that I had money before I started this deal, right? So me getting in this deal, I'm like, man, I'm sitting at my desk and I got somebody running my truck, and we got all the things that was necessary, like all the paperwork and all that good stuff started. And when I did that, when I created that tunnel, and I say that I created this tunnel of me seeing the path forward, saying, damn, you know, I, I didn't know it was like this. I didn't. And when I say I didn't know it was like this, I did not know that the money extended this long. Not only this long, but the this was nationwide. This is you. This is not only U.S. wide. This is international wide. Everything moves. So when I got a hold of that idea, I was like, oh man, there's a lot of things that we can do with this transportation thing, huh? But along with the good, you got to talk about the bad, and I'll explain some of the bad stuff that made me move a couple of things differently. As far as um, why I'm doing business, how I'm doing business. So uh, when I say that, I I took advantage of my position. Finding out how routing was, how how the broker thing work, and how the people get loads and all that good stuff. And I was fine. I was fine doing this and run one truck, two truck cross country, talk to the drivers, high, got my feet wet with the drivers and all that good stuff. And yeah, yeah, it was a fun time. That business is still thriving. That business that of getting people on board and getting people into the trucking world and have them go coast to coast. That's still a available option. Okay, I chose to get out of that market because I was presented with another opportunity, and this opportunity that I was presented was, to me, a lot safer. Had less liabilities on the spectrum of going out of state and drivers on the road, and all these different things, all the elements that might prevail, going from a state to state trying to pick up and drop off. I am in the lane of box trucks. So the box truck world is exploding, meaning that if you can get a lane, then you can work every day, all day. And I did that. And when I did that, I explored a couple of opportunities, which got me to let me see, hold on. It got me to the point where I was able to form a relationship with somebody, some people, and I applied to do one thing, and it got me to doing what I found was this golden gem. It's called final mile white glove delivery, right? So I didn't know. It's just like when my uncle told me about this other thing. I was like, how much money can you make? And then you made the money. You're like, so anyway, I started the process of getting onboarding with this white glove final mile delivery, and I wasn't with the best company at all, which was a good thing in hindsight. You know what I'm saying? Because you get to learn, with the crooks, and you get to learn from the best, and you get to learn the survival skills on how to do things right. And I learned a lot, and I paid dearly, because it was the cost of being in the business. And I say the cost of not knowing, not being mentored by anybody, just jumping in the game and trying to figure out things on your own. That was, for most part, that's a big no-no for a lot of people. This is a really big no-no. And I say this because you should not do these kind of things alone. Even my uncle hold my hand on this whole deal about cross country expedited freight. He told me how to do business. What should I do? What kind of drivers I need? What I'm saying? Those things. So you need some type of some guidance, some mentorship, some coaching, and anything that you're doing in any of these industries, because you got to get the right coach first of all, and then you find the right coach, and then you got to get the right opportunity. And then when you get the right opportunity, now you got to follow the plan. And there you go. So I didn't have a plan. I didn't have a coach. I didn't have a mentor. I had this guy who was telling me about this outfit, which he was correct, and he was really just trying to get to the bottom line of needing people who could afford to get into the business and run with it. Well, like I said, 5 months in the business, 0 to 5 months, I was able to um, you know take a breather. So if I joined this company, let's see. Um, if I joined this company back in June, well, May, the end of May, somewhere in May to June, something like that. I'll say May of 2021, I believe. And 5 months from that date, 5 months that date, I learned a lot, and I was able to cash in about 340,000 from my desk. Like literally, I'm at work and I'm controlling my outfit, meaning the trucks, the lane that I'm in. I'm only doing the new thing, the white glove delivery. I had not. I had stopped the cross country because that was, to me, it was a lot of liability in that. It was a lot of liability, and it was not that it wasn't consistent work, but it was work that had you on your pins and needles, because I was never in the industry. So I don't know, when somebody goes a long time and I'm like, hey man, are you okay? Where you sleeping at? That's it's too much. It was too much for me. And I'm saying I could handle it, what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's like, I got a gig that I can get somebody home every night. They just have to do these deliveries like a delivery service. And the delivery service, like, hey, um, you want me to deliver these things and you want to pay me, a weekly check because of it? Okay, cool. So I found that though the work was work, it's unique work, you got to have unique people to do this unique work. And the work required, it's labor, right? So it's not like you're picking up Amazon and just dropping packages off the door. And this contract was with the big box stores, huge, huge box stores. I mean, recognized nationwide, got contracts from here to everywhere, everywhere in the U.S. And the stuff that we are trying to, um, uh, you know, deliver was stuff that people purchased. So the difference between the things that I started doing, like the final mile delivery versus the coast to coast expedited freight, was I didn't have to fight for a lane. I didn't have to fight for a rate. I didn't have to worry about my drivers being crazy and going all over the place. And I didn't have to do any of those things, like that will require, the DOT to be all down my back. And those of you on that lane know that, DOT is something else, right? So being compliant is very easy to be compliant on doing what I'm doing. Now, you still got to keep your record books and all this other stuff, but it's just so much easier because the guys are not stressed out doing their job. They can just fill out the paperwork and keep it moving, right? And anybody in the industry knows you got to keep that paperwork up. Okay, so um, the one thing that I can say that stood out for me, I just told you the number. The one thing that stood out for me was that I was still at work when I did this. So, and I was an active participant, meaning that I did the daily transactions with the people. So I made time in the morning to meet the people at the particular spots, the docks. I made sure that the truck was gassed up, fueled up. I made sure that all of the things was in compliance, along with dealing with management, making sure that the routes that I'm getting, that those are being fulfilled. And 5 months, 340,000 blew my mind. I looked at, and I was on vacation at the time. I was in Puerto Rico with my family, and I told my wife, I was like, hey, I don't know if I'm able to go back to work behind this kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy. If this number continues, I'm gonna have to figure out a different way to be at work. And mind you, I am at work. I'm at work 4 days a week. Okay, 4 days, and out of them 4 days, 2 of those days I'm at the house. Or two or three. I'm at the house, and I'm able to multitask, and I say multitask, I mean, I'm on the phone doing my job and I'm taking meetings and all this other stuff, and it's all good, So life was good. So it was nothing that I had to do, but I was so heavily engaged in the work that we were doing. I fell in love with the whole aspect of being free, the aspect of getting um, paid to do something ridiculously easy. I just could not believe that we were like, that's it? You sure? Okay. And then when I got the check, I'm like, this is incredible. So anyway, I took those things and I used those, what we call the tool set that I developed. And remember, I'm an engineer, so I like to look at what we do. I like to analyze, right? And then I like to build an application or a practical application after we manage to resources. Now, once I manage the resources and I built an application, now it's all about scaling. So what I did, I learned to scale my operation very quickly because it's that easy. I'm like, are you crazy? Why can't we do? Why don't we, like that? So within 18 months from that particular spot, I was able to earn up to seven figures in that deal. Now, I'm not gonna say I made seven figures and I didn't have any trials and tribulations. This is what got me here, right? So anyway, I want to show you something about the thing that I did. Why is it important for me to tell you this and tell you the other side of the story? Because one part of the 340 that we talked about, um, 100 of that was in claims. Had to pay claims, and I paid claims like that because I did not know. We were doing some ignorant stuff. And I say we were the guys, and I couldn't coach them because I didn't know. There's people say, "Hey, Mike, you're doing such and such." I was like, "Yeah, I'll fix it." And but by me fixing is that I had to go pay for this stuff and find out why and how. So a lot of the things that we were doing, we did out of bad habits because I hired bad people, I hired bad horrible people. And with those people that I hired, it was a trial and error. Like, they didn't care. They didn't think I cared, or they didn't care. I cared enough, to keep it going. I cared enough to hire them, but I just didn't care enough in my actions about hiring the right people because I thought everybody was workable. So we're going to talk about those things. Okay, those are coming in a different video, but the thing that I want to show you today is about um, what is the product? What is the product, and why is the product so valuable? Why is this information that valuable for me to show you now? And what is it going to change? What can it change for in your life um, immediately? This is nothing that you got to sit around and please. No, it's math. That's it. It's math. And once you get the notion that it's math and it's a math equation, it's a math problem that's solvable, then you look at what I'm doing and you say, "Damn, I can do that too." Okay, so I'm going to show you. I'm going to share this with you, and hopefully you all can see this particular um, site. Okay, CMO. And CMO is a short acronym for contract me out. I get contracts that are worth anywhere from 180 to 300,000 a year, and that's for you to form of a certain function. Pick up delivery. You'll be at a warehouse. Pick up your delivery. You deliver those things, whether it's 12, 15, 17 stops a day, and you dropping and installing products, everyday household products, refrigerators, washers, and dryers. You can even do, we got things that do contract with furniture, where you put furniture together. You're not going to do 17 stops of furniture, but you get a chance to do furniture where you get to put some beds together, maybe some love seats or something like that. But that's what you and your crew do. So I get those contracts, and I look for people that want to get their life changed. I told you several things in my story that hopefully it ring the bell for yourself, saying that damn, this dude say he did all that stuff when he was at work. I did. I did. I did it for a long time at work until I found out the number was making more than the number I was sitting at the job doing. And I was like, well, if I could do that at the job, I probably can do way better if I did it full time, which I did, and which I am, which I did, and I'm still doing, right? And now I'm just in a position where I'm like, man, out of my walk, I found that there was a lot of people missing the boat, missing the boat, missing the boat. And I say missing the boat, and I'm gonna tell you something about missing the boat. Missing the boat, meaning that you spend all this time on somebody else's job and depending on somebody else's resources to feed you and your family, and then you just didn't realize that you're a number. And I mean a number, meaning you're a line item number. They've messed around and say, hey, we don't need this portion. They don't care about the name or your family or what you got going on. You just, hey, we got to squeeze this line. We got to get rid of this. And that's what happens to you. You're gone. So anybody experienced a layoff, I did. I experienced a couple of layoffs at, prominent companies. And let me tell you something about myself. I have never been employed at no time in my life as an adult, that I have never worked for any company that was not on the top 100 list. Run that back to you. I have never worked for a company that was not on the top 100 list. And sometimes I had two of those jobs. So when I give you a number like 23 years of doing in service of working for corporations that I was a line item for, that I was just a budgeted person, someone who was just fulfilling a billet or a spot. And I am no low ranking person when I go to your people company. So, and you can check my resume. I was there. I probably worked with someone, Anyway, but that's just a little bit about that portion of it. Now, what I would say is that I want to show you what it does and what it means. If you're in the trucking industry right now, you understand that you got to get up every day, or you got to get these routes. You got to do 3-4 routes a day, a week, or whatever that is, in order for you to make your bag. And then you're talking about all the expenses like fuel, up and down, up and down the road, hotels, if uncomfortable stays, all of these things to make the dollar, staying away from the family. I'm a family person, so I'm not going to say that's not good or bad. Some people probably need to get away, but you still can get away anyway. So I have access to national, access to local and nationwide contracts. It's a simple process for me to guide you through this process in our community. You have all the tools that's required for you to get it done yourself. I give you everything. I give you all the videos and tell you why. I'll let you know the extreme portions of why you need to do this now or why you need to do this first. I tell you those things. I'll walk you through the whole process. And that process is very seamless. It's very seamless, right? And some people are going to go through it quicker because they might be in a position where they have already had these things before, And with that being said, I want to give you a couple of rundowns about what it is and how we can work together after I explain to you this portion of the deal. Okay. So I am going to end this screaming right here because I need you to understand and digest what I just said to you. I want you to go next time you see this live video. I want you to hit subscribe, like, or whatever that is, and I want you to get on my live so that you can ask those questions and we can have a conversation. Now, outside of these live events, man, I'm pretty hard to get a hold of. And I say this because I'm in the community trying to help people change their lives. All right. So my big thing is that, you look at what we're doing here, right? And take note of that website, The website is designed for you. You got to register to get in. I haven't opened the doors yet so the people can get in. But once I do, if you're in line, it's for you. Okay. There you go. Thank you for coming by.